Today I'm going to announce the winner of the Vegemite competition, but before we get into that, I'm going to tell you a really, really strange story. I'll take you back on a journey to when I was managing a coin shop in Melbourne, in Southgate. I was managing the Downies retail store, having a blast, buying and selling coins every day, meeting all sorts of interesting people. And on one particular day, a gentleman came in and he asked to view a proof coin. Nothing particularly odd about that, a pretty common request actually. So I grabbed the coin for him. If I remember correctly, it was one of I think the series was called Inside Australia's Most Dangerous, or something to that effect. I'll put the image up, it was a skeletal image of a couple of animals. It was a series of 3, I believe. And he was telling me that he had a keen interest in archaeology, and so obviously the subject matter appealed to him. It was a coin that was of interest to him, and I presented him with the box. He opened the box and was about to take the coin out of the capsule. Now, for those that don't know, proof coins are generally not something, actually not generally, they are always something that you should not handle with your bare hands. They are in presentation capsules and boxes for a reason. They're struck to a high standard, and the mirror type finish on the fields of these coins, the fields, if you've seen the coin lingo video, it's the blank part of the coin where there's no design. It has a mirror type finish because they've been polished to a really high standard, so you should never touch them. Back to the story. This gentleman immediately tried to open the capsule, and I said, "Whoa, hold on. You shouldn't do that. Not a good idea. You'll destroy the collectible value of the coin. I would not recommend it. If you want to do that though, purchase the coin first, and once it's yours, you do whatever you like, no problem." He said, "Okay, no problem." So he bought the coin. It was, we'll say for the sake of the story, it was about $120. So it was not a cheap coin. Immediately, as soon as the transaction finished, he opened up the capsule and pressed his thumb straight into the center of the coin. I looked at him in a very perplexed way, and he looked at me and laughed and said, "Nothing's perfect," and then put the coin in his wallet and said, "This will now be my lucky coin. Thanks so much," and walked out the door. That was one of the strangest experiences I'd ever had. In my mind, this gentleman just came in, bought a coin, destroyed it, and left. But when I thought of this story as something to share with you guys, it did get me thinking, and I'm often talking about how coin collections and collections in general are such a personal thing, and it's unique to each person, the meaning and the significance and things like that. And in that example, my initial thoughts were, this person is very strange and they are not really a collector. But now thinking about it and even telling the story, he was really happy. He wanted that coin for reasons unbeknownst to me. He wanted to press his thumb into it and, in my mind, destroy any kind of collectability to it. But it made him really happy, and he put it in his wallet. He left the box. He said, "Yeah, you can keep the box and do something with it." And off he went and had a lot of fun. So it brought him joy and he was happy. So there's really nothing wrong with it. But it did sort of, it really confused me. So the strangest, there's a few more stories that I'll wheel out as this channel builds. But I thought I'd just start with that one to get you thinking about some of the interesting things. Have you ever seen something interesting where someone has done something that didn't make sense but made them happy? And when you really get down to it, that's what collecting's all about. Enjoying yourself and having a good time. But that one really did, that one left me thinking for a couple of days afterwards. But now on to the competition. I will go through now the submissions, each of the submissions for the Vegemite Toast competition, and I will decide a winner of the grand prize, which is the 2023 Vegemite $1 mint set. Let's have a look. The first submission I have here is from Ivan, and he's taken a creative approach. It looks like he's made them into jaffles. So not your conventional Vegemite toast that you might be familiar with, but something a little different, something a little, it's fairly impressive. I don't know what the insides look like, but I'm going to assume that there's Vegemite in there, and he's also put the, edited it onto the coin as well. Very impressive. Well done, Ivan. Thanks for the submission. Next up, we have here from Emily. This looks to be, what do you call this? It's an English muffin. So, again, taking a different approach. It's interesting to see that everyone has a different idea of the best way to present and have their Vegemite. So, something a little different again. It looks like you've gone pretty easy on the Vegemite there, Emily. Maybe a little more next time, but a very impressive submission nonetheless. Thank you very much. Moving on. Moving along, we have this submission from Jenna. Expertly worked in perfect still from the video with me saying perfect spread. There's an extreme amount of butter on this one, Jenna, but very impressive, and I love the attention to detail and the incorporation of the original video. Thank you very much. Next up, we have a submission from Horatio. Looks like you've gone for, I'm going to suggest this as a multigrain bread. Usually it spreads a little differently. I find I have a bit of trouble with this, so you've done quite a good job by the looks of it. There's a close-up of it. A little bit wonky, but you know, that is the nature of this bread in my experience. Looking good, and you've managed to put the Vegemite in there as well. Very well done. Thanks for the submission. Further along, we have this submission from Russell. I'm actually not sure what type of bread this is, but incredibly heavy-duty Vegemite spread there. I'm very impressed. That's probably a bit much for my liking, but everyone's got their own approach. He's also managed to put in... Looks like I'm having a bit of difficulty seeing. Oh, that's really good. I think that's probably fairly accurate to my reaction to how much Vegemite you've put on there, Russ. Nice one, though. Thank you very much for the submission. Next up, I think this is a bit more of a classic setup. This is an iconic bit of Vegemite toast from Blue Banded Bees. Thank you very much for the submission. You've once again worked in the Vegemite there. Expertly done. As well as the bite. I think this is up there. I think this might be the winner. You've even put the bite in there. That's great. A bit more like they're probably more like my ratios. Go pretty easy on the Vegemite. So, very well done. Thank you very much for that one. This one is absolutely terrifying. That is a very intense amount of everything, but a very impressive image nonetheless. This one is from Rhoda. Thank you very much for this very artistic take on Vegemite toast. That is well and truly something a bit different. Very impressive nonetheless. Thank you very much. Last but not least, I have this submission here from Stephen, which goes through, walks you through the 4 steps of Vegemite toast preparation. So you have the initial prep. You need all the essential ingredients. Obviously, you need a little bit of toast. Moving on, bit of butter, and the end product. Very, very nice. And he also mentioned that the Vegemite is still in army ration packs. So, a fun fact and a very impressive performance. Thank you very much for that submission, Stephen. Thank you very much, everyone, for your submissions. I've decided Blue Banded Bees. I can't go past it. It was iconic. You ticked all the boxes. So, congratulations. You're the winner of this here Vegemite mint set. Get in touch with your address and I will get this one out to you as soon as possible. But I can't put on a competition like this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this type of thing in the future because I feel bad if anyone makes a submission and they go away empty-handed. So every submission, get in touch with me. It's Christmas. I'll send you all a round 50-cent coin. So something just from me to you for being part of it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the process and seeing your images. So thank you very much. Get in touch. Get me your address. I'll send you out a round 50-cent coin as a little Christmas gift from Thompson's Coins. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I promise that moving forward, there will be much more of a focus on coins. I think I'm getting a little carried away. It's becoming a bit of a food channel, and that's actually not my field of expertise. So moving forward, more coins, more banknotes. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you soon.